And it's not just getting acne. Think about what is it doing to his liver. I mean, the liver is literally typing out in Braille, please stop doing this to me. I'm a liver, I don't like this. Coach Greg, in today's video, his liver is speaking to him in Braille and it's saying, stop. Full stop. And so he has several viral videos, and unfortunately they're viral for all the wrong reasons, and I'm not sure that he gets it. He has an amazing physique. The guy shredded under 6% body fat, makes no sense, shredded from head to toe. And when he posts videos from him on the front, getting 100,000 views, that is amazing. Many people looking at his physique saying, wow, I can't believe it. Look at the abs, the shreds, the small waist, looks amazing. However, when he posts videos from the back, remember, shows are in fact one from the back, he's getting sometimes over 10 million views. And so is it because his back is just that friggin' amazing that he has just amazing lats, traps, and so on? No, it's because he has horrible acne, also known as backne, often the result of abusing performance-enhancing drugs. And so his most popular viral video, 13.1 million views. That is more views than people saw of Chris Bumstead winning the Mr. Olympia title. And so imagine, he's back more famous than Chris Bumstead's back. And so he starts the video from the front with the green Shrek mask, and you can see just how shredded this guy really is. It makes no sense. He must be suffering. He must be on a diet doing cardio. Very difficult to look like this. And so perhaps that is why I believe he's abusing performance-enhancing drugs. Some people, they in fact get this without abusing drugs, but seeing as how he's this shredded, has this kind of muscle, I do believe that he's not natty. But as he turns to the rear, you can see the Braille telling him it's time to stop. Now, it's one thing to look healthy on the outside, but it's another thing to be healthy on the inside. Just because you're shredded, single-digit body fat, have a ton of muscle, does not mean that you're healthy, especially if you're abusing drugs. And as he sets up for the back lat spread, the rear pose, you can see how many bumps there are on his back. Let's go to the comment section, of which people, they're not impressed. Hard as nails, says Tuna Huge. And his response, thanks, Tony. The next response, he was talking about the pimples. And so clearly, it's very difficult to look at the guy's body without noticing the acne. Aren't back pimples the side effects of steroids? 121,000 likes. Imagine 121,000 people hearted this comment. And the response, yes. Yes, they are. I'd stop taking it if my back would start to look like that. Damn. What do you see?
No, it's just you.
Just like reading the comments. And so his response to all the criticism, okay, bottom peach ass G. And so I don't know what he means by okay, bottom peach ass G. Perhaps it's a good comeback, I'm not sure. But I don't get the sense that he actually gives a shit. I mean, really, if you're taking performance enhancing drugs and you got the body you want, but the side effect is acne and you're okay with it, well then you're okay with it. I mean, who am I to judge? Personally, I wouldn't want to have that kind of acne on my back. I would sacrifice having a smaller back for having more clear skin. What good is having an amazing body if it's covered with cystic acne or backne? I've done videos on this in the past. Guy went on performance enhancing drugs. He was natural. He was only doing testosterone. Suddenly his back had full of acne. He would go to bed, the acne would pop, dry up into the sheets, and he was always in pain. So much pain he had a hard time working out. He then went off of the performance enhancing drugs. He lost some of the muscle, but he felt significantly better. And so some people, they're clearly on his side. Keep doing you, brother. And he responds, thank you, bro. And that comment had got 12 likes. The other one, 121,000 likes. And so the ratio of people disliking this to liking this, 121,000 to 12. In other words, about 12,000 to 1. And so that's pretty bad odds. And so out of every 12,000 people that hate this, one likes it. Or out of every one person that likes it, there's 12,000 that dislike it. And so if you're thinking, hey, I want to start using steroids, you better consider what are the potential side effects. And it's not just getting acne. Think about what is it doing to his liver. I mean, the liver is literally typing out in Braille, please stop doing this to me. I'm a liver, I don't like this. People can get back acne, y'all. His response, haters gonna hate, bro. And so he's okay with it. I mean, after all, he has to. It's his body, it's his life. If he sits there and reads all the negative comments and says, oh, my life sucks because of negative comments, how is he ever going to be happy? And so you have to admire him for having the courage to put out all the haters. But on the other extent, maybe he should listen to some of them. Hey, if 121,000 people are saying this is not good for me, maybe I should reconsider. Perhaps he hasn't gotten his blood work done. Has he in fact checked out his liver markers, his kidneys, cholesterol, his heart, everything to make sure that he's perfectly healthy? I don't know why people pressed in the comments. So far, I can't see anywhere he mentions that he's natty, LOL. His response, haters gonna hate, bro. Steroids to have a physique like mine is crazy. Now, a lot of people, I get it. Because he's not the size of Ronnie Coleman or Chris Bumstead, and the fact that he's probably not natural, you're thinking, how could he be using steroids and that's the size of his physique? Remember, a lot of people don't have the genetics to be the size of Chris Bumstead or Ronnie Coleman. And so if you don't have amazing genetics, perhaps you're a very skinny guy to start, a tiny ectomorph. If your genetics, you start out like this, you're not likely going to become Chris Bumstead. He doesn't look like he has amazing genetics to start, and so perhaps if you start off with a below average physique with poor genetics, even with steroids, you might not even get an average physique. And so another thing you'll notice is he posts the same video from a different starting point. He showed his back video from the rear, also gets a ton of views. And so sometimes you can use the Gary V method. You take one piece of content and you put it here, put it there, you splice it up, show different portions, and so you create new reels. So he's getting millions and millions of views, all because of his liver speaking in Braille. Tell me you're on roids without telling me you're on roids. Stay natural, guys. All those steroids to look like a 17-year-old black kid that never touched a dumbbell in his life. Now that comment got 27,000 likes. 27,000 people think that 17-year-old black guys, they look like that without training. I'm sorry, guys, but your expectations of steroids are way out of whack. Just because you're on performance-enhancing drugs doesn't mean you're going to look like Ronnie Coleman, nor look like Chris Bumstead. And most people, even on steroids, not going to look as good as when I was 100% natural as a teenager. It just doesn't work like that. For the most part, you still need amazing genetics. Amazing genetics plus hard work plus steroids. That is why you see amazing physiques. Natural as the Kardashians. All those steroids just to be comparable to teenagers. Bro is the living proof of no gain, only pain. I would probably wear a mask if I look like that too. I'd rather have clear skin. To be honest, I see teenagers practicing regular sports that look better than this. Bad's asteroids. Bad asteroids? So many steroids for so little mass. Now, one thing you don't know is how many steroids is he actually taking. We actually don't know for certain that the guy's not natural. Now, I would bet everything, including my house, every car I've ever owned, that the guy's not natty, but it doesn't mean that he's actually not natural. Perhaps it's just as likely that Mike O'Hearn is not natural. And so I'm giving him the same benefit of the doubt as Mike O'Hearn. It's just as likely that Mike O'Hearn is natural as this guy's is natural. And so you're saying there's a chance. Well, 1 in a billion, but yeah, there's a chance. And so here's the thing with steroids. If you have poor genetics for using steroids, you could use very small doses and get horrible acne. And to the opposite extent, if you're lucky, you can use very high doses and not get any acne. Some people are just blessed, lucky, they have clear skin no matter what. Others, no matter what they take and no matter what the doses, they're going to get horrible side effects. Like that guy who did a steroid cycle, just testosterone, for the very first time. I made a video on it. It was horrible. It ruined his life. You just wasted life. It wasn't worth it. The F is this shit. You're either on roids or you need a shower. Man, you're a real pizza work. And he has a picture of the pizza. No chance I'm taking those side effects for a natural looking physique. Listen to the hate comments, man. One thing I want you to know is this physique does not look natural. You erase the acne, give him clear skin. It does not look natural. How many natural guys do you know walking around at sub 6% body fat with striations everywhere? Not many. Perhaps 1 in 10,000. Perhaps a couple of natural bodybuilders on show day. But for the most part, no one's looking like this natural. It just goes to show how unrealistic people think. Because you see the top 1% of the top 1% on Instagram, YouTube, and so on, you're thinking, oh, these physiques are normal. Anyone that takes steroids probably going to gain 20 pounds in 30 days. I mean, we've got Fiction went from 140 to 160 in 30 days. And people all think that's normal. 20 pounds in a month. And so if you expect to go to the gym, go on a little bulk and put on 20 pounds of mostly lean tissue in a month, well, you're going to be highly disappointed when you join the gym. And so we have various types of acne that you can have. Blackheads, whiteheads, papule, pustule, nodule. His are nostrils. They're the worst. Sticking out, oozing through the skin, and oftentimes can be very painful. Just imagine going to the gym, having the squat bar on your back, and it bursting through the skin, popping all those acne. Imagine you lay down on the bench press, you lay down, and you're finished your set, and you look down, and there's pus oozed out everywhere all over the bench. Who wants to bench next? It's just ready for you. You want to work in with me? No, pass. And so that literally happens, and I, in fact, knew a girl one time, this happened to her. She decided to abuse steroids against my advice and kept using them, abusing them. Eventually, she looked exactly like this guy. I would, in fact, say much worse. And the acne was horrendous, but yet she couldn't stop. She ended up on dialysis. And so please, be cautious, more cautious than last time. Get your blood work down. Make sure that you're healthy. Now, if you're looking for natural supplements so that you can perhaps avoid getting acne like this, why not try Ecti Builder and Turk Builder? These have been shown in the literature, in research, and on myself that it actually does in fact work. If you study this harder than last time and you actually read the studies, you will know just how effective it can be in the real world. It's so effective, it's still on WADA's watch list. They're still doing investigations to see, is it in fact natural? I can tell you that the only side effect I notice is increased aggression, makes it harder to sleep. And so I caution you, do not use past the label claim. Turk Builder is no joke. And so if you're a teenager, do not order this. If also, for more endurance, consider GO2 Max. The main ingredient, NMN, could have you more energy than last time. You'll be able to perform more cardio, recover better between sets. And so I would strongly suggest giving these a try if you're in fact natural and you're looking for an edge. Interested in any of these supplements or anything from my company, code Greg, 15% off. We have cookbooks, training books, a Circle diet book, coaching plans by me and my team, phone consults, everything. If you're interested, head over to my website. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops. And until next time, follow for more tips. Big brr.